Hello and welcome for question and answer for Principle of Economics. This is a first video for Principle of Economics. This question and answer is starting from grade 9 to 12 and also for college students. My name is Balai. We have discussed many issues under Principle of Economics on our videos for Principles of Economics, and today we will see the question and the answer of that video. Now we have to start from multiple choice, and also we have the short answer and also different calculation and the like. We will continue. Multiple choice number 1. The main concerns of economics is A. How to organize and run the business. B. How individual and the society organize their scarce resource. C. How to protect the consumer. D. Government spending and the taxing. The main concern of economics is how to organize and run the business, how individual and the society organize their scarce resource, how to protect the consumer, and the government spending and the taxing. The answer for this question is B. How individual and the society organize their scarce resources, the main concern of economics, as we have discussed on our videos or previous videos, or you can see from our videos. Because the main concern of economics is about people and the choice they make, as well as scarce resources are to be allocated among different uses in best possible manner. This is the main concern of economics. Let us go to the second question. The second question says the term scarcity in economics refers to the fact that A. Economic wants are limited, resources are abused. B. Even in richest countries, some people go to hungry or they are hungry. C. No country can produce enough products to satisfy everybody's economic wants. D. It is possible to produce too much of any particular product of goods or service in the market of the economy. Which one is the correct answer? The correct answer is C. No country can produce enough products to satisfy everybody's economic wants. This is the view of scarcity. Because of the scarcity, societies cannot produce enough products to satisfy all society's wants. This is because of scarcity. So the term scarcity in economics refers to the fact that no country can produce enough products to satisfy everybody's economic wants. When we come to the third question, the third question says the basic economic problem is essentially one of deciding how to make the best use of A. Limited resources to satisfy limited economic wants. B. Limited resources to satisfy unlimited economic wants. C. Unlimited resources to satisfy unlimited economic wants. D. Unlimited resources to satisfy limited economic wants. As you can see, the answer is B. Starting point of any economic analysis is existence of unlimited human wants and a very limited means or resources. The subject of economics come to existence because of unlimited human needs or human wants and limited natural resource or economic resource. This is the main economic problem. When we come to the fourth question, the key economic concepts that serve as the base for the study of economics is the key economic concept that serves as the base for the study of economics is money, unemployment, inflation, scarcity. As we said, the key economic concepts that serve as the base for study of economics or establishment of economics is scarcity. Economics as a subject matter arise in the world is because of the existence of scarcity. If there is no scarcity, no need to economizing things. The first question is crucial problem of economics is A. Establishing a fair tax system, B. Providing social goods in the service, C. Developing price mechanisms that shows relative scarcity of products and resource, D. Allocating scarce productive resources to satisfy wants. As you see, the answer is D. The economic problem is unlimited human wants and a very limited resource to satisfy these wants. So for this, we have to allocate scarce productive resource to satisfy this wants. This is a crucial problem in economics. The sixth case, the primary focus of the study of economics is with A. Expanding the production of goods in the service. The primary focus of the study of economics is with expanding production of goods in the service. B. Equalizing of distribution of consumer income and the wealthy. C. Making the most efficient use of scarce productive resource. D. Reallocating resources from consumption to production in economy. Which one is the primary focus of the study of economics? The answer is C. Making the most efficient use of scarce productive resource. As we said before, how people choose to use scarce resource in order to satisfy unlimited wants is the study of economics. So the answer is C. Question number 7. When economic growth occurs. When economic growth occurs or happens. A. When society produces more either by acquiring more resource or by learning to produce more with existing resource, or learning things how to produce with existing resource or what we have. B. When expanding the production of goods and service. C. Limited resource to satisfy limited economic wants. D. If there is high inflation, because if inflation is high, GDP is high and unemployment is low. This is the one economist principle. The answer is A. When society produces more either by acquiring more resource, for example, natural resource, oil, or by learning to produce more with existing resource, or learning how to produce, for example, by using of technology. For example, producing agricultural product by using combiner or tractor or another technological tools, the like. The other question is question number 8. Question number 8 asks about macroeconomic studies, such a topic as A. The factors that determine the inflation. This question is to identify microeconomics from macroeconomics. The big macro and the small micro. The factors that determine the inflation. B. The force that influence the price of the maize or the price of the corn. C. The determinants of the total output. D. The overall trends in stock market price. Which one is about microeconomics? Which study about microeconomics, or which part of our choice come microeconomics studies? The answer is B, because microeconomics study about individual. Microeconomics studies the decision making of individual economic units, such as price decision of individual shoes companies and the like. For example, microeconomics studies in the forest about apple trees, not total about forests. And also it studies about lion, not total about animals or domestic animals, or not about wild animals as a whole, but it study about apes or about monkey or about lion, not total wild animals. This is how you can identify microeconomics and the macroeconomics. That's easy ways. Let us go to the next question number 9. Question number 9, microeconomics is not concerned with A. the quantity of each goods produced, B. the size of aggregate money flows in the economy, C. the distribution of goods among households, D. the allocate function of changes in relative price. Which one is not the concern of microeconomics? As we said, aggregate, total, general is not a part of microeconomics, so B is the answer. The issue of aggregate, the issue of total is the part of macroeconomics, not microeconomics. Let us go to the next question number 10. Question number 10 says macroeconomics is the study of economics from the standing points of A. individual economic units, typical farmers, typical households, overall economy. As we said, macroeconomics studies about general things, about forests, about wild animals, about domestic animals, not individual animals or individual economy. So the answer is overall economy, or D. Macroeconomics takes an overall view of the economy. This is how you can identify macroeconomics from microeconomics. What is the next question? Question number 11 says, which of the following is positive economic statements? Under our principle of economics, chapter 1, we have discussed two types of economic statements, that is positive and a normative economic statements. Based on that, let us answer the following question. Which of the following is positive economic statement? If the government increases its tax on gasoline, the price people pay for gasoline will rise. B. The government should not let the price of gasoline rise, because this increase would harm poor people. C. The government should let the price of gasoline rise, because this would help retired people who own stock in petroleum companies. D. The government ought not to control the price of gasoline because its price should be determined in free marketplace. Which one is the answer? Positive economic statement in the normative economic statements. You can refer from our previous video principle of economics. The answer is A. If the government increases its tax on gasoline, the price people pay for gasoline will rise. This is positive. It is not normative. The other is normative because normative can identify it by word which is stated the obligation. For example, ought to be, should, would be, and the like is the word of normative economic statements. The positive economic statement explains things that it is no need of judgment, or positive economic statements do not judge or make it force or order government or policy or anything. Rather, it explains as it is. That's why A is the answer. Let us go to the next question. The next question is the next question number 12 says economists tend to disagree primarily about A. Implication of scarcity for our economy. They are disagree on implication of scarcity for our economy. B. Which resources are free. They didn't agree till now. Topics in positive economics. Issue of normative economics. Which one is the answer? The answer is D. The answer is D. The 13th question, or question number 13, says more jobs should be made available to young society or teenager. This is the example of A. Normative statement, positive statements, assumption, hypothesis. A major job should be made available to young society. As we said, the main word that used to identify normative from positive statement is the word of obligation. The words of obligation. So the answer is A, normative statement, because the more job should be made available to young society says. It is kinds of order or kinds of force. So it is normative statements. Because normative economic involves value judgment on whether what happened is socially desirable or undesirable. This is how you can identify normative from positive economics. Let us go to the next question. The next question is question number 14. It says the fundamental reason people must choose which goods to buy and consume is because of what? Because of A, because of scarcity, B, because of specialization, C, because of people engaging in exchange, D, the fact there is many different economic agents. Have you seen how this question is raised? Which one is the answer? Which one is the fundamental reason people must choose which goods to buy and consume? This is because of what? Choice is because of what? Choice is because of scarcity. Choice is because of scarcity. The next question is question number 15. It says land, labor, capital, and the entrepreneurial talent are often referred to as A. Production possibilities, B. Goods and service, C. Scarce economic resource, D. Unlimited ones. Which one is the answer? Which one is the answer? C is the answer because those are scarce economic resource. Land is scarce, labor is scarce, capital is scarce, talented human beings are scarce or entrepreneur. The next question is question number 16. It says factor of production or resource includes A. Land, capital, and interest. B. Land, interest, and rents. C. Labor, land, and the capital. D. Labor, capital, and the profit. Which one is the answer? The factor of productions are known, they are 4, but now it's stated only 3. Entrepreneur is not included in this question, but we know that it is 4. The answer is C. Labor, land, capital, and also in addition there is entrepreneur. Those are factor of production. All 3 of those factor of productions are required in combination at the time to produce commodities. For example, land is needed and also labor is needed to combine and the capital is needed. This is inputs. The next question is question number 17. It says when one decision is made, the next best alternative not selected is called what? A. Economic resource, B. Opportunity cost, C. Scarcity, D. Comparative disadvantage. What is the best alternative? Next best alternative name? That is opportunity costs. The answer is B. Opportunity cost of particular action is the loss of the next best alternative action. For example, if you are students, to learn, you lose the chance to be trader, the chance to be merchant, or the chance to be farmer. That lost chance is known as opportunity cost or opportunity lost. This is the best alternative, the next best alternative. The other question is question number 18. Question number 8 asks about macroeconomic studies, such a topic as A. The factors that determine the inflation. This question is to identify microeconomics from macroeconomics. The big macro and a small micro. The factors that determine the inflation. B. The force that influence the price of the maize or the price of the corn. C. The determinants of the total output. D. The overall trends in stock market price. Which one is about microeconomics? Which study about microeconomics, or which part of our choice come microeconomic studies? The answer is B, because microeconomics study about individual. Microeconomics studies the decision making of individual economic units, such as price decision of individual shoes companies. The end of our today's program. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of today's session, and I hope you found it helpful and it is informative. If you didn't understand, you can refer our videos of Principle of Economics, and then you come to the question and answer. You can get exact answer. If you enjoyed the lesson, don't forget to subscribe and share my channel for more content on economics and other subjects. Our next topic in our upcoming section will be explore the left question and answer under chapter 1. We will complete it in the next time with second video, okay? Up to that, have a nice time.